All right, so this is just an example of a Google Hangout. This is a Google Hangout on air, which just means that it's broadcast live. It also gives us a YouTube address afterwards, so people that miss it could check in and view it. So I'm here with Naomi Hartle, who is up in Saskatchewan, Canada, and she's going to kind of share with us just ways that she's used Google Hangout and how it's helped her.
Hey, so as Ryan said, my name is Naomi Hartle. I teach in Star City, Saskatchewan, up in Canada. I teach basically grades 3 to 12 phys ed. I won't be teaching my 10 to 12 phys ed till next semester, but so some ways I guess that Google Hangouts has helped me. I've been a part of a Peplic group, and you can check it out. It's www.peplic.net, and I'm a learning leader for that. And basically what it is it's a group of phys ed teachers that kind of gets together and we just talk about, for my group, we talk about technology and assessment. And, you know, it's being able to collaborate with others. I teach in a small school. It's K to 12. I'm the only phys ed teacher. And being able to collaborate with people in my division is really tough because it's hard to get to each other. But being able to use Google Hangouts and talk to phys ed teachers all over the world is kind of quite neat, really phenomenal. For my students, Ryan and I have kind of been collaborating a little bit, and we want to do some collaborative work where our students are communicating with each other and working with each other and peer assessing each other and self-assessing each other as well. And we're going to be using Google Hangouts to do that. So it's really just quite a neat little tool. You can have up to 10 people in these Hangouts. And yeah, it's just a fantastic tool because I can talk to people that are interested in the same things I'm interested in, and I can collaborate. And I mean, I collaborate a lot through Twitter, but you can only use 140 characters and you can only say so much. Here you can actually have a conversation somewhat face-to-face and, you know, get to say whatever you need to say.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us today. All right, I'm going to try to walk you through the steps of setting up or getting to Goobric. There's a couple steps you have to do before this, so we're actually going to use a screen share on Google Hangout right now. So you'll kind of see the steps as we go through it. What you need to get done first is we need to get a copy of our students' email addresses. So what I did, I need to get it into a spreadsheet. So what I did here is my 4th and 5th graders, since we've got the Chromebooks, I sent all of them this form. All they had to fill out was name, last name, their email address, and their teacher. This class is just for PE. But when they all sent that back, this is what came back. I've got all my kids, all my 4th graders, you know, through 5th grade, as first name, last name, email address. Now, what we do with that, and I'm going to go to a different one using my email address because I don't want to send them anything right now. But what we do with that is we go to this spreadsheet. I need to go to Tools and to Script Gallery. In this Script Gallery, I'll search for the script Doctopus. And this is going to get us, or this is the first step we need to get to Goobric to use this rubric grading. So Doctopus is right here. It's already installed, so I'm not actually going to install it. But you can see here, and now it's up in like the little toolbar here. When I click on it, there's 4 steps. Set up for sharing, you know, pretty basic. All we're doing is saying how I want this to look. Do I want each student to have their own? Do I want the class to have different ones? Who has access? I don't want all my students to have access to everyone's because then they might change things. Then it goes to choose the document that you want to copy and distribute. Now this is where it's important to make sure we name it pretty clearly so it's just easier to find. Then I'll go to step 3, which is choose the destination folder. Now for this is just kind of the way that we'll name it. Hopefully this is going to come up in a second here. But this is the way we name it. This is also a way for to kind of keep it a little bit more organized as it comes back to us. So I just select December 5th for this Tech Day. Down here, when I name it, you'll see up here it says Tech Day December 5th. As my students return this $ and name here will add in their name, so whatever name is in this column. just a way, again, to keep it organized and for me to see what's going on there. The last part then would be to copy and share the assignment. When we do that, it's just sharing it to whatever emails we have here. Now the next part of this would be when I look here, this is just a document that I made. This is very basic, just you could have whatever assignment you wanted on here, whether they're writing something out or if it's an art project or something like that. So we've got this assignment. I also have this rubric. Now this rubric and the assignment don't really match up. These are just two examples I already had created. But the way it works is you'll use a spreadsheet. You need to keep this A1 area empty, and then we kind of put our numbers across the top, what we're looking for along the bottom, and then in each box I can fill out what I'm looking for, what 1 looks like, what a 4 looks like, all of that. So now as I go to this, after I run my Gubrick, after I run Doctopus, I go in here and I'm going to attach Gubrick to this assignment. Now what this does is this will take me to this little part. I'm just looking for a spreadsheet. It'll only attach a spreadsheet because that's the only way the rubric can be made. I'm looking for this. I'm using this art rubric. Again, naming this will be important just to make sure that it's easier to find. But I've already got it here. You can see there's a little example down in this area, and I'm attaching this to the assignment. So now the rubric is now attached to this. So if we look here at my mailbox, it says I've got a document that was shared. I'm going to click on this. This will then take me to that document. Kind of go through my drive a little bit. But it will get to where we need to be. Now when I click on, remember we named it just my name at the end. When I click on that, it'll bring it up. Now I can edit this however I need to. Okay, I could write in whatever I need to, whatever the assignment is. Now the cool thing is up here, this little Gubrick icon in our address bar. When I click on that, it will kind of look for the rubric that goes along with this. So as I get this assignment sent back to me from the student, now I can go in, I can still read through their work, whatever is made, and as I fill in these numbers on the side, you can see that this area highlights. So there's really no question about, what we're asking them to do, what grade they got. They can kind of look back at this. Now, I can also write in comments for them. And the cool thing about this is when I submit this, it'll paste this rubric to their actual document. So now when they look at this again, they'll have the rubric right here with them. It'll also, when I go back to my mailbox, we'll see that I have the assessment was graded. It just shows me the rubric straight how it was, and kind of gives me the grades. All right, I can still see the scores. I can see the highlighted areas. I can still see kind of what I need to get done, and also our comments. Now, obviously, the comments could be a little bit more in depth, but that's pretty much how Gubrick works. So again, it's just setting up a document that's kind of teaching them, or with the assignment, we need to make sure that at some point we get our names and emails in line. Use those tools to get the Doctopus script in there. Once that's there, attach Gubrick to it, and make sure we attach that rubric that we created, and then it all kind of sorts itself out. It's a very cool way to teach, or I'm sorry, to grade rubric assignments. Just a great way to get our students some feedback that's a little bit quicker. They enjoy it. You can really use it for anything too. I mean, sometimes there might be just a project you're doing that you're just looking for participation, but this is a way that you could grade it and get them feedback and have copies of it in your drive, in their drive, so there's no one that can say, I lost something, I didn't see that, I didn't understand what I was supposed to do. It's all kind of right there. Kind of clears things up a little bit more easy for them. You can also see the more information. There's a YouTube video that was what I first watched to kind of teach myself all this, so it's a great resource to check out. There's a bunch of stuff on YouTube that also kind of walk you through more in-depth stuff about Octopus and Gubrick. Thanks.